Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about baseball. I'm here to talk about Game 2 of the United States group play, where they get absolutely destroyed by Mexico 11-5. That makes it sound a whole hell of a lot closer than it actually was. 11-2 entering the bottom of the eighth. 3 runs in garbage time allowed the U.S. to look like they at least kept it somewhat closer than they actually did. This was a tar and feathering at the hands of Mexico. And questions that I had from yesterday that I thought were just sort of, let me rephrase that. Things that I thought yesterday that weren't even questions have now become questions. The biggest one, which is, does this team have any interest in actually going anywhere? And you might call that harsh. I call it fair. They don't look like they care. They don't. The pitching staff looks pretty indifferent. I will give credit where it's due. Our starter tonight, Mr. Nick Martinez, he looked like he cared. He looked interested. He was excited in the first inning. He was excited in the second inning. Got away from him in the third. He looked like he cared. That was it. The hitting staff, even when they made it 2-1 with the RBI single from Tim Anderson scoring Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker had a triple tonight. He continues to rock. Might be the best player in the World Baseball Classic for the United States. Dugout looked indifferent. It looked like they celebrated like he hit a RBI single to cut the lead in half in May. Other teams have celebrated as if they're winning the World Series when they do the same thing. The U.S. does not look like they have their heart and soul into this. And it shows. They look very indifferent. I thought yesterday the way they played against England was them completely overlooking England as a threat and just not giving them the time of day. This game against Mexico has kind of shown that it isn't that. They're just there because it's a social event. They don't seem like they're playing to win it. They seem like they're playing to have the opportunity to say, oh, I played with Mike Trout. Oh, I played with Mookie Betts. I played with Paul Goldschmidt. I played with this guy, that guy, blank, insert name. That's how it seems. I'm not trying to just dunk on the United States. I'm really not. But I have to tell you what I watched. It's a team that doesn't look like they care much. This was a total nightmare for the entire team. Offensively, defensively, pitching staff, starter, and bullpen. It was all bad. Now, the positive of that is you got nowhere to go but up going into tomorrow. But as it stands, that was embarrassing. And the conversation, hopefully, is being had as I make this video of what are we doing here? Do we actually care? Do we not? What's going on? Hopefully, that's the conversation being had in the locker room because they just looked so indifferent. Which means that tomorrow's game against Maple Syrup Land is a must-win game for the United States if they really want to move on in the tournament. But again, probably the conversation they're having right now if they actually do. The U.S. is going to send Lance Lynn to the mound, and Canada will send Mitch Bratt. A 19-year-old starting pitcher is going to start tomorrow against a lineup that has at least, at bare minimum, 4 first-ballot Hall of Famers in it. If you don't absolutely light them up, I might just make the video be 10 seconds long of me screaming into a pillow and then it cuts to black. The time will tell on that. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you liked the video, please consider to like and subscribe. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go States, I guess.